Okay. I need to bind a flickermaroo button.
Flickermaroo button.
The toggle traction control. Where are you? Did I do brake bias? I did do brake bias, didn't I? Did I? Up, down, up, down. Yes, I did. What else do I need? ABS. ABS. Up.
I don't have controls to change that in the car because I'm never going to change it in the car.
Yeah.
Well, brake bias I have set because I play with it during setup, but
Traction control toggle. There it is. There we go. Okay. Good. Good. Hello. Okay. So how do I start the car again? Okay.
yeah, you gotta get used to your new controls.
You two are going to be just disappearing up the fucking road even more.
I don't think so. I don't think there's like much of a difference, if any, in feel. There was a little bit in terms of I think the thing was dying on me.
Yeah, right.
But apart from just being something new.
I think it's like Sean was saying, it's those little 1%ers, the little catching slides that you wouldn't have caught before.
I think I need to configure it first. To, get a solid base before that.
The settings in the software for the wheel and those sliders make a massive difference.
Yeah, so I'm just going to do some laps first and then sort of see where I'm at.
Hey, before you do that, I dicked around with my headset today. I want to see whether you're still hearing shit behind me. Putting some music on the background.
I swear to God, I'm going to get the Pornhub intro music playing in the background.
Can you hear any music in the background now?
No. It's you go.
Cool.
Is that music as in playing on the computer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because normally you cuts in and out.
Yeah. I just.
Don't stay too close, mate.
Anyway, hopefully soon.
We'll let you know. My brake pedal needs a tweak. I just moved it back.
Yeah. Because I used to. Well, I don't know about you, but as well, because it was plugged into the wheel before, and then I switched to USB. I had to change some of the settings back because it kind of didn't it wasn't set up the way it was before.
Correct.
Of course, you lose that ability to use the wheel to adjust.
Yeah, that fine tune stuff. Yeah.
Most of it, I hope, you just have to do it through the software.
Yeah, I mean,
when you open up the Fanatec control panel on your desktop, you can change all the same stuff.
Once you've got a setting you feel you like, you can change it.
Oh, I might have to just turn the brake pedal back up 2 notches.
What are you guys trying to do?
BMW. I was going to join in the Merc. I was uploading the Merc paint and all that sort of stuff before I joined, and then joining the BMW anyway. Yeah, at the moment, Marcus and Jacob both prefer the Merc.
Yeah.
Just go in front, dude.
I was going to, but you were going too fast, so I had to drop back.
No, you go first.
I was trying to overtake you, and you wouldn't let me.
I didn't see you trying to overtake.
Well, you have to get alongside first. I had my foot flat, and you had your foot flat.
Look at I got DRS enabled. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't re-enable the diff setting, the preload.
You still do it through the black box.
Preload?
Oh, no, sorry, not through the black box. Oh, you mean you didn't save it to yourself?
Yeah, well, I didn't. So what I was doing was I joined the VRS fixed setup theories because there's no hosted up, just to sort of in and out testing buttons and all those other bits and pieces. So now when I reloaded, of course, it had the fixed setup loaded. which is just baseline. I assume, because that's what was loaded on my
Hey, I'm disappointed, Warwick. I've had no response to my wittiness today.
Well, I was kind of busy fighting my cockpit for the majority of the day. Was that I sort of kind of missed what it was, to be honest.
Well, I just...
That's how witty it was. It went right over my head.
Yeah, well, you had to actually look at a little bit of the video, and then basically the guitar player was doppelganger, the Dutch. But then, it was like I was watching, it was like, fuck that. So much like
Not even close. I mean, I'd be the drummer if I was going to be in a band.
Dave Grohl, you reckon?
Yes. That is cool, though. Look at Mr. DD here. Hell yeah. The feedback's a bit low, I think. Just a little bit on the lighter side.
Is there a VRS set for this car now?
Oh, I don't know. Is there?
No.
Oh,
No.
no, I thought you guys were talking about my mistake.
Might you overlook, but no. It takes some getting used to. It will take some time. And I feel like all the things that I learnt to go fast in the Formula Ford make you go slow in the GT3s. So if I get a handle on the GT3s, I'm going to be fucking right back where I was when I started Formula Ford. I'm not looking forward to that at all. I was digging around with profiles, you know, the iRacing default and all those other things that you've mentioned. And then I went and downloaded this experimental or other beta, because I think the software is called a beta software.
Yeah.
And now they've got another version 2 of the beta, which is really a beta of the beta software, which fixes the problem of not only supporting the Steam version. No, Sam, JB's still got the Fanatec for now. But he's going to go and tell his missus that everyone else has got one.
It's going to get that way, you know that.
Christmas is coming up, you know. So, pretty much. I'd make a change to the software, but I don't think Sean would wait for me.
I'll wait.
I've got to go and find it. Alright, no.
Pulling over.
Yep. I just want
I can give you what I'm running. You can use that as like a starting point.
No, it's actually the it's the pedals I really want to just tweak ever so slightly. This is probably going to go too far the other way. Alright.
Are you done already?
Yep. The problem was just trying to start the software. Now that I've got it running, I can... No, I fucking closed it while I was there. Idiot. Anyway.
Hello.
Hey!
Yep, roger that. Look at everyone fixing their issues. Oh,
Now I've got to slow down.
Pass me that.
make it count.
Thank you. Any car we've picked yet?
The BMW seems to be the favourite.
for JV. Marcus likes the Merc. Jacob likes the Merc.
Oh, I
J-
thought you said they like
B.
Oh,
JV doesn't like the Merc. Glen and I are still in the.
I'd go either way.
Yeah. Well,
The Merc and the BMW are my favourite too, but I would.
That's a new wheel.
it's 2 laps old, I think. But it feels great in the hands.
There's one physical aspect of the actual steering wheel which I saw people comment online. Right where your thumb sits, the corner of the plastic's a bit sharp.
I didn't read that.
For the most part, I didn't notice it. I think if
Until you read
it. Well, no, it's like if I have to turn the wheel a full 180, like to have left hand on the right hand side, that's when I start to feel it. But it's so minor, it doesn't honestly bother me that much. But if you're driving,
I wouldn't notice until I read it, and I'm like acutely aware of it now, and I can see it. It just looks like a really sharp.
I can see it, but my thumb never touches it until like.
I don't. Oh dear.
Yeah.
JV guys.
I bought some mountain bike gloves because they were fairly cheap, and I knew what I was getting because I already owned a pair of mountain bike gloves, and they seemed like a good way to go.
I got mechanic gloves from Honey's. $12.
Go around JB.
Mate, big spender.
It's expensive.
And he's probably got a staff discount too.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, tons would have got them. 10% off.
When I first got the Fanatec wheel, I actually bought a pair of like gloves that were sim racing gloves. You can't see, but I'm doing air quotes.
Doing it good.
Yeah, they were just gloves that were on some website that were like, oh, for sim racing stuff. And I was like, oh, they look cool. I like the style. I'll get those. And they were like $80 or something. And the quality was atrocious. Like, they wore I had holes in the gloves. I will not do that again. I will not buy anything that is sim racing.
I think there's a market for proper.
Yeah, I ended up buying the Alpine style ones that are very similar to what my teammates say. Fast guy in Formula 4, Sam.
That guy.
Who's hopefully just looking at another stream right now.
Go-kart gloves?
They're imitation go-kart gloves, right? So they are probably similar racing gloves, but I don't think they're fire retardant. Yeah, they're made by Alpine stores.
How much are they?
I think that they were only because they were Euro and I bought them from. Well, actually, I first bought them in the UK, but he kept dicking me around, and then I got them from Sweden. And shipping was cheap in Sweden because they had I don't know if you know this, but if you buy something from continental Europe, because they ship internationally over their borders, they don't typically charge for international freight. So when they get an Australian order, they'll want to screw them over. Which setup did you guys end up going with for the BMW?
I Euro, I hope.
Oh, you didn't try any of those?
No.
Okay. I haven't tried any of the
I forgot to even check. I just remember I spent far too long dicking around with setups only for everyone to go faster in the default one, so I just skipped straight to the default one.
I also think we're almost certainly going to try setups and stuff when they come out. So I feel like setups not hugely important at the moment, other than finding something you think at least feels reasonable, which I think the default setups do. So still just trying to pick a car, right? So it's just sort of driving the car around. And I'm trying to be easier on the tires this stint, see if I can not shred them.
Yes.
I struggle a little bit with the rear end, skipping out on the slow to medium corners, like this one coming up.
On the exit?
Yeah, oh no, the entry down here, the rear end's kicking out on me.
On the entry.
I think I'm just going too fast.
Oh,
Yeah, as I
stalled.
turn in, the rear end just goes, fuck yeah. And it's there, I notice it there particularly.
Here I am trying to dial more turn under braking in.
Yeah.
So I'm finding that on the exit.
I've had a couple moments, JB, in the last couple laps.
Yeah.
But I think I'm trying just not to brake so deep into the corner, brake a little bit earlier, and being a little bit off the brake at turn in.
I think that's my problem. I've just
Nobody moved. Oh, you moved!
not much we can do, really. I had to turn to the corner.
Yeah, you turn more than the corner. I was getting a bit too much rotation on exit and not enough, especially in turn one. I'm struggling to get the nose turned down cleanly. It really wants to fucking fire out the rear on the exit. So I want to decrease the preload. I tried it last night and I was thinking for my driving style an improvement.
You guys braking on the curb up here?
Yep.
Or avoiding it? Yeah.
Oh, on.
Yeah.
Not
I
really.
think I sort of touch it with the side of my tire, but I'm not really intentionally going out onto it.
Or intentionally trying to stay off it. I'm not really doing either. My dash lights up when I trigger the ABS and traction control. I've got the lights flash. Ooh, fancy. You probably does too, except you can't see it through your VR.
Well, no, mine does too, but it happens on the real life. I mean, not the real life, in the virtual dash that I can see in front of me. But I don't have lights and stuff on the front of the wheel.
This is going to sound very weird, but when I tightened everything up on my rig, my brake pedal, like I've had the dial almost up to 30% of dead zone. I like to stop it from applying brake. And that's all gone. I've had to remove that entire dead zone because I wasn't braking at all.
Way, not in the pedal, but in all the mount and stuff.
In the flex and the
It's gonna be good.
I
Better
know
feel
that must be screwed to the chassis quite well. It's the only thing that changed.
Jacob tried to update the firmware for his pedals because we're all picking around, and then it didn't bind his pedals.
Yeah, now I hate the Fanatec software. It's absolute trash.
Oh shit.
God, now I'm braking much. So used to having to apply 30% more pressure than normal.
You have to turn the other bizarre up. Brake efficiency.
I already got the inside there because I can't see my reference.
Thought you were. I was going to open the wheel for you.
Well, I was going to try it, but I had to sort of just guess where to brake. And as soon as I hit the brake, I noticed that you were later. And I was like, well, I'm not going to get you to the corner anymore. Also, wasn't even alongside. I think it's pretty hard to outbrake someone in these things.
Well, the new model, which I'm now going to call it, which could potentially just be me. You can have that.
So I wanted to ask, does the bank you work at laugh when CBA has issues?
Do they have issues with that? I do.
Yeah, they had a massive outage today that affected all customers from withdrawing cash and paying bills.
Oh, of course, because of course, I looked at the, I tried to look at my balances before, but I wasn't interested. And I noticed I couldn't get a balance. But I was busy dicking around with the wheel, so I didn't really look. But yeah, occasionally, yeah. So what was it? Balances, card,
Withdrawals, basically anything to do with phone and netbank.
Somebody must have let the intern merge some code.
Maybe the Russians went to withdraw some money. Pay off some mercenaries, maybe.
Oh, maybe just pay off the squatter of the new embassy.
I reckon years later, I think we'll find out that they couldn't pay them. That's the only reason why mercenary groups actually do coup d'etats, right?
Yeah.
whatever, dash the gold somewhere. You couldn't or refuse to do it. DRS is a little bit further over and a bit harder to reach.
It's a DRS.
Oh, flashlight. Headlight flashing.
So what does it tell you on your wheel? Gear, I'm guessing, revs, anything else important?
There's a few different dashes, but depends which dash you got. I got a split, ABS, traction control, bias, map. Best lap. What's that? Some sort of tyre. I think it's probably not set up for this sim. Oh, damn, he's gone.
The tyre data isn't live in iRacing, it only updates after a pit stop.
So we'll have to see what that does when I stop. Revs, yeah. PT says 0, so I'm assuming that means full.
And the full functionality of that is you actually can't just stop and go back into the pit lane. You actually have to stop and take off again.
The fucking gutter. Another gutter that I used to get. I'm surprised I hadn't forgotten it so far. I've got a we're gonna need Robertson message. I've still got 9 laps of fuel.
That's not good.
No,
I was getting that at around 5 laps to go, and that was already not great.
I've had a couple of spins and flick spins,
Yeah.
but not good. This isn't a BMW. Fuck. Gonna be even worse than a Merc.
I think it will.
I think I was doing good on the tires when I was behind you, Warwick, because I was able to just back off a little bit. As soon as I was in front, and it was all about trying to maximize everything, it's like, start using a bit more tire.
How quickly? Oh, that wouldn't have been a race injury. I don't think that just would have been a bit of repair job.
It's like I got a brand new set of pedals.
I actually did mine too. Hold up.
Righto.
I'll just pull in front of Sean.
Too late.
I'll block him.
Oh, you're up there.
I am, yeah. I'm just warming my tyres, so, you know, find a way past.
Alright, let's try it again, shall we?
I am using second gear through there now. I'm not sure what I was doing the other day.
So here I'm fucking slaving away in third, trying to make it. You're right to do it second, you shit.
I was using third then, that seemed okay. I am the slowest of the group, so...
It's one of those corners that I would probably use second to slow down and then short shift to third just to get. But I really struggle in the left hander of that 3-corner corner. And I think the second will just help me keep it slow enough to keep it tight.
I think second works. I'm honestly confused about why I would have been using third the other day, because second feels like the most logical choice.
Maybe track conditions.
Maybe, but they're pretty similar to what we've been driving.
Yeah, we could be using different settings though. Could be using a lower track condition.
Yeah.
So I think the weather. I mean, I've got no idea what day of the year.
It'll tell you in Garage 61 what conditions were for each
Yeah,
of the
but
laps.
I didn't look at it when I set it, and I don't know what Sean. Cause I think when you were last in the BMW, it would have been the session that you created. So it might be the difference between.
Could be wind as
Actually,
well.
Yeah.
If you're getting a tailwind, maybe third's better. I don't know what corners you're talking about though.
So that one at the end of the camel.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's right in the front.
Yes. And the gutter, the entry to the third one, got me.
Yeah, that is weird in iRacing.
And the one as well. They're the two ones, if I put a tyre on it, I get destroyed. Like Alton, it sort of dips in and fucking
Yeah, there's like a real edge there.
Because I'm pretty sure it doesn't affect IRL cars like that.
That's what I reckon too.
I've never seen a car at IRL with that gutter and spear off, right? And full credit to iRacing, most of the time, when you watch IRL and in sim, it's mainly the same lines. What's the first corner? Are you guys first or second?
First.
Probably first.
Yeah, first for me.
Okay, so I'll stop that in second.
I enjoy when, like, iRacing definitely has some quirks where its behavior is odd, but I think for the most part, if it's not a weird glitch, the behavior of the car in iRacing is pretty good. And I enjoy sometimes when, like, someone will post a clip of something that happened to them. Usually it was a bad result, so they're feeling pretty salty, and they're like, oh, fucking iRacing, stupid physics, not realistic. And then someone will post, like, a response of a real-life clip of a car doing exactly what happened.
I'm still yet to see a clip of a car jump the wall at the chase, though.
Yeah, there's a
Elon's done that.
extreme examples.
Well, he's not got there, but
Well, neither
You've
of
got
the
him out.
iRacing cars just tried.
I don't know. They've had some launches. I can't. I haven't mapped my fucking thing to check the black boxes.
Do it old school, mate.
Yeah. Pay all that money for a wheel.
Oh, very good.
I've got to have a safety feel of the paddle jet until the paddles are quite close together.
Speaking of safety, do you have a shut-off switch for them?
Shut-off switches are for girls, mate.
Girls? Yeah.
I like the emergency stuff one.
Yeah. It's $100, but I just yanked the cable out.
I got one because I wasn't sure, and all the stuff said people use them, but I think it's unnecessary.
I've used mine once. So,
Yeah, I've used it, but I could have easily reached for the other switch. Like I didn't really need to use it. It was just the most convenient way of.
I paid for it, I'm going to goddamn fucking use it.
I mean, it was the exact situation that it's kind of for. iRacing crashed while I was in a corner, so the wheel was just cranking. I hit the stop button, but I wasn't like it wasn't an emergency. It's just the easiest way to stop the wheel from.
how else do you do it though?
There's a power switch in there, power cable.
Yeah, my cables are a bit out of reach, but
Mine doesn't.
I saw some people like in the reviews where they're sort of like, this switch is a bit weird, but it's actually kind of convenient. Like, oh, I don't mind it. I think they could have put it on the body of the wheelbase. It would have been a little bit more convenient.
yeah, hell.
But you can sort of also position the cable switch wherever you want it by just moving the cable around.
Well, you kind of can't. You just have to plug it into wherever the fuck it reaches. For some of us.
I also think maybe if you had that wheel, I know this is a new point saying something that didn't exist, but if you had the wheel like 2 years ago, I think you would have needed one 100%.
Yeah.
I
Because
think there
iRacing
are.
was quite bad with force feedback for a while.
Yeah, I know they've added some like stuff that's meant to make it safer for direct drive wheels, which I guess is because, like I said, over the last few years, there's a lot more people getting them. For one, and I think there have been some injuries. But at the same time, like if something happens with the wheel that's going to hurt your hand, an emergency stop's not going to happen at the same time because your hand's still on the fucking wheel. Like you're never going to hit the emergency stop if you get a massive kick of force feedback while you're holding it.
Unless you get stuck. Like, unless you get sort of something jammed in there.
Yeah, like if it starts turning and you've got a second or two to hit the button before it finally twists your wrist or something.
Yeah, but you're broken your wrist, but your arm's stuck in it.
Yeah. I think the
If you're
main
at that
case,
point, you're Alt F4ing, right?
Well,
yeah, but that's not necessarily
your
gonna
arm's
stop it, like
wedged in there. I don't know how you're going to get your hand down to get a keyboard. You're just going to smash that button with your head if you could.
well, it's like
reach it.
emergency stops on like woodworking equipment stuff are generally around like knee height, so you can just smack it with your leg. I tried to position actually the thing. I was like, I wonder if I could position it so I could hit it with my knee, but I couldn't find a convenient position. So
Yeah, you just sort of go around the corner, bang, turns off.
yeah.
That's what happened to Manson.
Really?
Yeah, he was,
Kill
it
switch
wasn't
in
his knee, he had a kill switch. And
Oh.
as he was waving to the crowd on the last lap, he accidentally hit the kill switch.
The Bentley, the Bathurst 12 hour, with their ignition button right next to the pit limiter button. Oh, fuck. They basically turn the car off, leaving pit lane.
What's going on with this car?
Everyone's like back to the Merc.
It was just, I didn't feel it, and then I lost it. I had the same thing happen up Coolmont, and it's just weird. That was on lap 6.
Skated that one in.
Yeah, feels very slippery there.
Debris on the second.
Oil on the track.
Must be. Yeah, car before us kicked some dirt up.
Yeah.
I know if I was leading, I would. Just dropping wheels off onto the dirt here and there.
Daniel Ricciardo style.
Exactly.
Nutsack.
That seems more of a Carlos sound than Mando thing, isn't it? Well, they all do it now.
Well, it's definitely a Daniel catchphrase, isn't it? Struggling a little bit with turn 1.
Yep. What way? One is the
Getting
same way, though.
Getting on the power early enough. Rob, I noticed with both of you when I'm behind. I keep up with you everywhere else, but I'd lose you there. Just on the run up by Rouge.
My problem getting on the gas because it wants to kick out, which is why I want
Yeah.
to change it. So I was wondering if it was poor turning like I'm having.
Can someone get Sean talking again?
God, last time I talked to him yesterday, we just went faster. I'm like, I dropped a half a second to a second a lap, and he started going faster.
Yeah.
I was zoning out before that. So got my attention back in.
terrible corner. Okay.
Go.
Got a draft.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, Jacob gave you a draft.
Just still too far away. I think I'm doing a better job of keeping the tyres in check this stint.
Give that later. He's gonna need new tyres.
Also, you're going to love this work. With that lap, I also tried staying in third through the corners at the end of Keppel Street. So it clearly still works.
Yeah,
Just
but
do whatever you
you
want.
get green patches.
Green patches.
Oh, sorry, green on your delta.
I think I was just sort of slightly up everywhere. I think it was just a good lap. I think you could just do either one through there. It doesn't matter.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Gas up.
Just identical settings from last night, Warwick.
Well, yeah, although it's auto-generate for some stuff, so, but it should be close.
It's pretty close. I think all of our stints have been mid-30 to high 30-degree track. I'm not so sure about track state. Probably a bit of variation there. 8 laps to go.
Yeah, let those tyres cool off, Jay. As soon as you slide them, the grip's just going to disappear. Hey? Oh, one to go. Team just left on him. Be interested to know how long he's got left.
Holy fuck.
5% on the left rear.
Oh,
It's not even the last one. The number in the middle is 3.
I
Green
think
shot.
those tyres are done.
turn the fan on.
The least one tyre is at 18.
You must have been really struggling at the end there.
Yeah, I think once I had my first 2 spins, it just exponentially got worse.
The longer you drive on them as they're hot, they're going to wear quicker.
Yeah.
Slide more and therefore wear quicker. I like the Magic being long. It sort of fits on the rig better. On the bit of some of the flex as well.
When I first got the wheelbase out, it was kind of like unreal how dense it is. Like it's so
Yeah,
heavy
very
for
heavy.
how small it is.
Massively. Imagine what that.
Now you've got it. Do you think it would work on a desk mounting system?
Yeah, the picture is mounted on a desk. When you open the platform.
Depends how sturdy your desk is. I mean, it's got mounting holes in the bottom, but you don't want to. You want to clamp it. Don't you? I think they
Well,
sell a clamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They have to.
Fanatec's clamp is one of the best things they make. It's like a little tank.
I wonder if
Yeah,
you could
the
just
wheels
use that. You probably could.
That's a good point.
If it just screws in the bottom. I'm pretty sure they use a standard. Well, you'd have to check. You could look up the and see if it'll fit.
Because it's going to be longer than the Fanatec.
Yes.
I basically got it so that the base is almost touching my center monitor. You guys a bit further away from your monitors than that?
Must
I'm pretty far from my monitors.
be. Yeah, what, 2 inches? Not even?
Well, my computer monitor is pretty far away. It's not actually like that long. It's just a lot skinnier than
Yeah, but it's longer than the Fanatec, I think.
it is longer. But it's not like double or anything. It's just a bit.
No, but if it's already touching with the Fanatec, then he's going to have an issue.
Yes.
Well, I moved my desk in and out a little bit, as it is.
And the mounting holes on the bottom are square. Well, I don't think they're square, rectangular, but they're towards the front of the wheel. So wherever it mounts, sort of the back end of the base will stick further away from you.
I tell you, I take back what I said about the BMW last night. It's not as solid as I thought it was.
You're pushing it harder.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, Merc it is.
Ah,
And then everyone gets in the Merc and, no, the Merc's shit.
The Merc definitely seemed to be like it had more drop off, whereas the BMW seems like it's very stable with the pace. Maybe it's just maybe it was me pushing the tires too hard. Maybe if I drive the Merc a bit gentle on tires, it might reward me.
We were faster in the Merc last night, but that's good.
Yeah, the Merc's definitely faster, but you have to assume it's going to get bopped.
Faster over a single lap.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the middle of the stint as well, I wasn't really like that much faster. It was just that first lap, it's rapid, and then it drops off quite a bit.
We need Dave's Race Toy app to plot all these. Actually, I've got someone to do that.
Hey, Warwick, can you get rid of a black flag for me, mate?
You're an admin.
I am? Cool.
And no. Oh well, penalty, yes, but depends what it is.
Nah, speeding in pit lane.
Yes, definitely, you can do that. Oh, using his admin privileges.
Oh, I got the rubber message with 4 laps to go.
Yeah, totally taken care of him. Yep.
Oh, it's better than I have been doing.
Oh.
I say as I get a real bad case of understeer. I'm just maximizing my tire use. Not bringing back anything I don't need to.
As long as you're not slowing down on any of those laps, then I think you're right. You bring them in before they fall off that cliff. Absolutely maximising. Don't you be slow down. A bit left. 13 lap. Fucking hell.
wow, you get a little bit too much curve on the brake into Puon. Spits the car sideways, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It's a nasty little thing. It's hard to judge the line there.
Any curb for me, and I'm fucking spat out. Bind on me talkie buttons too.
Oh, I did it again. Tiny bit of curve, you know?
That's the old blokes that can't see the gutter properly.
Must be a PB for you, Dennis.
Yep.
I'm not even on my
Not
relative.
by
Right?
much. First lap tires.
It's a good lap. Jake's just going to smash it. Did you somehow switch to Mercedes?
I fucking wish.
That's a massive chunk of extra speed.
Yeah. It's a second improvement.
Feels great when there's actual rubber.
Yeah, I was running 5 wing mesh once, so I was running the straights, but you caught me massively in the midsection.
I think this setup has 6 wing.
Yeah, it does.
Let's see how my tires did. They felt fine all the way to the end, so I definitely improved. Yeah, 40% on the rear left and front right, and 45 and 55 on the other 2 tires.
Much better.
That felt right. That felt like the right amount of tire.
What spotter is telling you about the rubber? Cheap or the standard?
Built-in one. I don't think Chief ever had any messages about rubber.
It's
No.
the iRacing one also tells you about wheel damage too, but Chief
Yeah.
doesn't. Which is stupid because that's really fucking important info.
So what benefit are we getting out of Chief then? What's he do better?
Abusing us.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Making
Okay.
us feel like shit.
Motivates you. I think Chief used to be much better, but they've added a lot of features to the iRacing over the last couple of years. Which is why I decided to try it. I installed it. Because the message about damage is also very useful in the Formula car. It'll tell you you've got wind damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so all sorts of important information.
The tyre one's a bit vague though. You just say you're needing rubber soon, but it's like, what's that mean? Where am I?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's 50% then.
It must be 50%, but then he seems to repeat it. I don't know if it's periodic or whether it's like
Oh yeah, every
5% or
5%.
something. Yeah, because I got the message 3 times the last time on the lap, from about 4 laps to go, sort of 2 laps to go, and then right at the end. But I wasn't getting any pace drop off yet. But when I got down to the low 30s in the other stints, I was getting drop off. So it seems like that 30-40% is about where things change.
Eight laps left.
Hey, are we looking at any fuel saving at all?
I might need a smidge. I ran out of fuel coming down pit lane. But I didn't see
Were
how
you-
long this stint went.
Were you on throttle in pit lane, or you?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, that makes a massive difference. If you just use like 30% throttle.
You can coast down the hill as well. But you got to make sure you don't exceed the limit.
Yeah.
Also, just having a look, JB, at that when you had a moment on the curb going to Puon, there's like a weird bit where it's like you're putting the edge of the tire just on the edge of the curb, and it sort of grabs in some way. Because I'm going in, and I'm putting like my entire tire all the way onto that curb, and that's fine.
Maybe that's a better way to do it. More curb than just a smidge of curb.
Like you said with the Alton Park, where that curb, because it had just a drop off, and it's like if your tire's just hanging off that, then I guess you have less grip.
Yeah, but I stayed the fuck away from that.
Yeah, but I think the same thing happened here. It's like a little V shape, and so if your tire's just sort of sitting on top of that little V shape, then you've got a bunch of tire that's not touching the road,
Yes.
or maybe it's catching in somewhere in that V.
But you also used to take more curb, which I find interesting.
Yeah.
Coming up to it now. So it's at the near the beginning of the curve, isn't it? Oh no, about halfway along.
More than that.
I'm just avoiding it at the moment. Did I touch the curve at all then?
You were very much on it then.
Okay. Maybe I've gone a bit too far over there.
What about mine? Check mine. Check mine out.
No,
check mine.
check mine first.
No, check mine. You did check yours. He's on board live with you.
Yeah, but I wanted to check it again. Before you check yours.
Yeah, so yours look good then.
Yeah, might look good. Yeah, that might look good. Yeah, you're a user.
Let's see with your new like $1 million steering wheel though.
You look like you lost a bit of time trying to very overtly use the curve.
Yes. Actually, it was in the green. I was a tenth up going in, and then probably lost it on the way up. But still,
But yeah, getting all the way up on the curb the way you did, Warwick, was what I apparently am doing.
well, if you're not getting spat out,
I don't know if I do it every lap.
Wow. Now that I've lost you, Sean, I've got no pace.
Yeah.
I'm languishing in the low 20s.
It looks like I do sometimes just kiss the curb. I feel like it's a bad idea.
it is a bad idea.
I think I've just gotten away with it. Yeah, I tend to use more, and I think there are a few laps where I probably didn't use enough. The other option is you can just stay completely off it, and that will definitely be
Well,
safe.
that's what I was doing. I was using the white line as I was coming down. I'm like, don't take any more. Well, I think my natural response is to take curb. I love curbs. Love curbs.
Sean, can you just, before you get in your car, have a look at the mile? I want to know if there's any damage, because I've lost a huge amount of top speed.
Your car. That's not being in the draft.
No, but like, I lost 5/10 and just coming off Eau Rouge up to the Kemmel Straight. By the end of the straight, 5/10, and that's not, you don't get 5/10 with a draft.
The car looks okay.
Did you get a good run out of turn 1?
Yeah, but it's like every lap, Dennis. I'm suddenly a couple of seconds off the pace I was before, and I don't feel like I'm doing anything different other than not having a car in front of me.
Your top speed was 1 kilometre an hour less than Warwick, which could just be the exit slash Rouge. So your top speed's still there.
Well, something's changed. Obviously, my brain.
100% psychological.
The car feels really efficient to me in how much time you lose for how much mistake you make. And sometimes you don't even know that you've made a mistake. Like you feel like you did just as good a corner and you lose time.
Not a mistake. You just varied from the perfect line.
And that was a 21.
I see you both did the using all the curb on cool on that lap. How did it feel?
I didn't even notice I had.
I will need time to get used to it and adjust the brake and turn in stuff. This is fucking lunatic.
Some crazy kid in a red car.
I like the feel of the car, but I just can't get it to do what I want it to do. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
I want to accelerate before the corner, but it just won't let me.
What is you in the Beamer?
Yeah.
I'm having the opposite. Finding once I get on the throttle it's rotating okay. I'm just having trouble turning down onto the apex.
Unless I'm climbing on a curb, I can't get it to rotate.
I think you're not taking a great line through Eau Rouge, JB.
Yeah, too wide in the middle part of it, aren't we?
Take,
I think-
take more.
He's taking a lot. I think you're not taking enough on the exit. You can go a lot further left as you're cresting the hill. Like run your right tires over the red light. Which allows you to just straight line it more as you come up over the top of the hill.
All right, I'm always worried about. Okay.
Yeah, I mean you got to find. There's a limit there.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. Slow down limit. Yep.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah. Okay.
So more like that. I would try and find a guide because you get an off track there, and then if you go further than that, you'll get a slowdown.
Slow down. Yeah.
But you were turning too much to the right and scrubbing off speed. I think that was what was costing you down the straight. You didn't get a 1x or anything for a roost that lap, did you, work?
Nope. 2-1 I just did there.
I think as long as your right-hand tyres, as you're coming up over the top of the Rouge, radium, I guess technically, as long as your right-hand tyres are on the red and white curving, I'm pretty sure you're fine.
You're okay. Okay.
So that's pretty much exactly what Warwick did. Like Warwick's right tyres are just on the edge of it.
I know how to cut.
Cheat. What they say. They call it, mate. Cheating.
Oh, yeah. Taking as
like
much of the
using
road
all
as
the
the
track.
rules allow.
It's like using the correct right wheel. Unfair advantage stuff, you know.
Then you've lost half your team.
Yeah.
But us boys keeping it real though. Now, right, Jake and Warren, Marcus.
No, they got correct right.
Boys, hey.
They both got direct drive. You're the odd one out.
Yeah, oh my god. I'm going to have to go and find some old farts team.
We've all got direct drive.
It's alright, you don't need a pension, GB, just take a little bit out of it.
Right.
Thanks, mate.
Reverse mortgage.
I think direct drive wheels are something you're allowed to take out of your Super 4, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, I'll follow that up.
It's diamond in that regard, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys using 6 gear anyway?
No,
No.
not even in the draft.
I think it's just for like low downforce on Nürburgring or something. Like on the Dodingahoa.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think the straight here is quite long, but we're like, oh no, that gear's for the really long straights.
After putting straight.
The cone.
Henry Lecon.
guys just lapping in the 220s, or are you staying in the 19s for a while?
It depends if I'm gas bagging on the radio or not.
I was still fine in the 19s when I was running with Sean, but on my own 20s.
Currently in the 20s. This lap, I think I'm up and down like a yo-yo.
I think I was able to keep it in the low 19s for the whole stint.
Yeah, you did very well.
I got a little bit faster at the end of the stint with the fuel coming off. And got a few 18s, but it felt a little bit like the tyres are fairly hot at that point. It's very easy to go the other way and overheat them. So I'd have like a good lap and then an average lap.
Hit that little dip again, Sean. Four-wheel drifted my way across pool one. Second
Oh, they
time.
wanted to do tyres.
Yeah. I didn't notice that happening in the Merc.
It hasn't all cars though.
It's got to though, yeah.
It's right where I want to put the car.
Yeah, it's clearly where I'm automatically going when I'm autopilot laps.
Doing a real changeover from the scrum of those players.
I'm halfway through the stint. I'm looking forward to seeing the numbers.
That's a 19. And I lost a few tenths already just trying to find it and look at it. So this one won't be. That's not where the track goes, mate.
I recognise that move.
Always in the last place you look.
That explained it's slightly slower than last night.
Yeah, we ended up that high.
Yeah, it's just this car without Bob is slower than the Mercedes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I got a boxy flat.
I guess we can always pick whichever one's fastest after we find out the bot.
It's less than a week to go.
What?
No
No.
way. When's this event?
Can't be. No
Weekend
way.
after
No,
this.
no. When they announced Bob with less than a
Oh.
week.
Oh,
When's
with
the-
the less than a week ago.
When's the actual race?
20 something?
The last week of July.
I don't think it was the last. I thought it was this.
Yeah,
No,
but
maybe you're right.
yeah, it is because I think the V8 Supercar round was the weekend before.
Yeah, it's my wife's birthday is the 15th, so it's the weekend after that.
Yeah.
So, actually, hers is on a Saturday, so it'll be.
Yeah, that sounds right. I think.
I'm gonna need all that and then some to get a fucking clue.
I just don't understand what happened.
Guys have changed, man. I swear to God, they're just so different to what I remember them. And we've only been out of the 2 fucking seasons.
This just locked up the rears and just sent myself around. I don't. It's weird.
The big change was just as we left it, wasn't it?
I don't know.
The following season, when we moved on to whatever we moved on to, Porsche,
This is the Porsche.
was when they brought in the changes.
Actually, I think you're right. They made a bunch of changes to. I think they were more aero sensitive, and they also changed the tires and stuff.
Someone mentioned caster changes as well as there was something else that they changed setup wise.
You mean in the recent patch?
Yeah. Not patch, but the season.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm using the small mouth throttle to get through now.
Oh, in the pit lane?
Yep. Just enough to keep it ticked over. Heaps better.
Yeah, I think because of iRacing's simplistic, let's say, approach to fuel consumption, I think you're basically just chewing like full race fuel by using full throttle down pit lane.
Yeah, I used like 0.02 that time. Alright, let's see how long
Surely
this takes.
that's something they can fix.
I know.
Everything is something. It's just
it's like
prioritization.
Like the decals on the tires when they go off. Like that I would have thought was like a low priority thing, but it's sort of in there. What did I change
For
the
what
toggle
benefit?
to? Aesthetics.
I'd rather they focus on
Yep.
race stuff, right?
Yep. Nah. But yes, but
Nah,
different group.
I couldn't give a crap about rain. It's
Oh,
going to
God.
be fun for a week and then it'll all die off.
41 seconds.
I think rain's going to be a massive improvement to endurance events.
Mm.
It's going to completely change it. Like,
Which we love.
yeah.
42%. Oh, my right front was in a 29.
Well,
Everything else
we
was 40.
definitely need something to spice them up. I mean, we're not going to get safety car on road courses.
I would
Yeah,
love safety
why
cars
not?
in
Well,
there.
well,
Or at least slow zones. I prefer slow zones, actually.
I mean, to be honest, with the rapid development of AI, I guess, can we assume that things like intelligent, race
There's
control
nothing intelligent
AI?
coming out of programming.
Correct.
I think intelligent detection of whether a safety car should be thrown or not is exactly the kind of thing that could be handled by the neural network AI that is being built.
What?
But it's going to take someone to like build it.
Made the application.
Slow
Yeah.
down. I think they should get AI working on slowdowns. Like at the moment, all they can determine is that you cut, not that you've already lost a gazillion amount of time first, and then
I
cut
think
to
that
get
doesn't
back
even
on.
need AI in that sense. It just needs a
Better job.
more intelligent algorithm.
I don't mind the slowdown because it's the same for everyone, right?
Is it though?
It is. It's the same algorithm being applied, so surely it's applied the same way.
But I think they're just like it's poorly implemented in that like you go off track, you lose time, and then it tells you to give back more time. Like sure, if everybody did that same thing, they'd all be penalised the same way. But it doesn't mean that the penalty matches the infringement.
No. I remember a race at in Montreal a few years back where rolling start. I was
Oh
like,
yes,
you
I
were
remember that. You got black flagged for that
Yeah, man.
because you couldn't. There's nowhere to pull over
No.
without getting completely annihilated by someone.
And yeah, so I had to shortcut the chicane end of the lap. A bunch of other guys did too, and then got a slow down for avoiding carnage, and then just couldn't clear it. It was just traffic everywhere. I was moved to do a once in a lifetime post for the iRacing forums.
He wins like a big girl,
Yeah.
Actually, that does
which
Dennis's
is everyone's
point.
God-given right.
Dennis's point about it applying the same to everyone, I think would be an interesting thing if they did try and if they were like, okay, we've made a AI-powered live steward system that'll monitor the race and give out, black flags or whatever, and if you're avoiding an accident, it's meant to like not give you a penalty and all that sort of stuff. Then if you have the wrong thing happen to you, you'll be like, well, this is bullshit because it didn't happen to anyone else. And you can't sort of say that the same rules are applied to everyone because it's this black box system that's arbitrarily deciding who gets penalties and
what would be
that
even
sort of
worse
thing.
than that is if someone worked out maybe some of the magical inputs. So if I ran off wide, but then magically I just happened to go around another car that was spinning and that was the trigger for it, I could try and manufacture that to a certain extent.
Definitely who's doing it for
Or
sure.
say like, race start at Spa here and you're in the middle of the pack and someone loops it in the bus stop and you go, oh, perfect. I just completely shortcut this bus stop and the AI system won't pick that up. I'm just going to jump everyone ahead of the queue and come out in the lead or something.
That's pretty much what they do, though, don't they? But they should be able to detect whether you gained or not compared to the other competitors that
they don't though. So that's the whole problem with the iRacing system. It doesn't take into account anyone else other than.
I thought we're talking about the new whiz-bang AI, though.
Yeah, but like they have to, that kind of AI has to be trained on previous stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like its general thing will like almost certainly be based on if there are cars having incidents, all you're doing is avoiding the incident. You're not gaining an advantage. Like you're just avoiding the carnage. That's essentially what I imagine it would pick up on. And maybe they'd make a system that works well enough to not do that. But the general point is, as soon as you figure out what it does and doesn't like, you can use that.
Oh, of course. But there's no reason why they can't figure that out now, though, if they were smart. How do I start my car again?
I think that sort of stuff, like just because it exists doesn't mean that just any software engineer can go and make a system that works well. Like just because the top engineers in the world can make something like ChatGPT doesn't mean iRacing software engineers can go and do the same thing for race stewarding.
That's not a right attitude to have.
And just be clear here, ChatGPT doesn't do too much other than large language models, right? So it knows
it's a very specific thing.
Yeah, it knows
Just read
what
Reddit chat
language,
before
and then if you start a sentence, it knows how to potentially finish it.
So you guys saying that media is looking out of proportion?
I wouldn't have to suggest such a thing. I would be telling you it has blown out of proportion.
So Terminator's not going to happen just yet?
Not with ChatGPT, no.
Okay.
It will help Terminator say, I'll be back. When it gets to that point.
Yeah. And with using other similar software, we could write a song or draw a picture.
Why haven't you
Yeah,
done
but
the
it's not
right
creating it. It's only taking what it's learned from others, right?
They're the same as every other artist out there.
Basically, that's how it works.
Yeah. So with the neural stuff, I think Sean's right. We can probably do something, but to Sean's point, you have to actually know how to put that stuff together. So,
we'll
It's
need to
not.
hire
It's
one.
non-trivial. Yeah.
Have you
Software developers in the US are not cheap.
Have you seen the
Well,
little
they get
Amazon
outsourced.
AI RC? You can buy it off Amazon, and you can actually learn how to do. I think it's speed learning. This little RC. Design your own robot back, essentially with an RC car. Comes a little bit, especially for developers to learn.
I didn't take the subject, but a bunch of guys I went to uni with were doing a subject that was like, I think it was part of the electronics and robotics engineering degree, but basically that sort of thing, robot with a camera on the front that's got to navigate rooms and that sort of stuff.
There's a maze robot challenge that's been going for well, they call it mouse maze competition thing that's been around for decades. It's pretty funky to go and watch how it figures all that shit out. Very cool. You'll probably go in that cop. I forgot to change the scenario.
I haven't worked out the off-track coming out of the right-hander coming out towards Montreal.
Off track.
Yeah, there's an
Yeah.
off-track out there.
Right on the edge, yeah. Sometimes you swear you've got your right tyres on the red and white, and it gives you an off track.
I haven't had any that I didn't expect there. Give it a
I
go
just
somewhere.
assumed that I'm in a left-hand drive and it's not as far over as I thought I was.
What part of
Yeah.
the track is Launchmore?
Launchmore is the really fast left-hander before the end of the track, like sort of in the,
Oh, yeah.
the bottom
Yeah.
straight. So and we're talking about the right hander that leads onto that, if I believe correctly.
The one that you're at right now?
Yep. Yeah, I think as long as your right tyres are on the red and white, you're fine.
I think I've been turning in a little early there for most the laps I've had my trouble with.
I think the same thing about my own driving. I think I tend to turn in too early on most laps, and then go, oh shit, I'm going to hit that curb. On rain though, Dennis, I think it'll also be very interesting. Well, I'm not sure how much they're even going to bring it into weekly races for the reasons we described.
They can't even do dry races, most people.
But I watched, there was a YouTube video, I think somewhat recently, of one of the like pro esport racers who went and did some real life racing, and it was him describing what he thought of real life racing versus the sim. And he said one of the big things was the variability of real life. It's like in the sim you get in and you just do, or you try and do exactly the same lap for the whole race. Like that's the whole point, is to just nail exactly the same lap. But in real life, there's so much more variability to the conditions that you've got to be much more adaptable. And he said that was something he struggled to get used to. It was coming up to a corner and assessing it every single lap. And I think rain can kind of give that, because it's like, well, rain isn't just an on-off thing. It's like there's different amounts of rain, there's different amounts of water on the track, and I think it...
You're describing how they might implement it in a real-world sense, but what happens if it is just a on-off or just a 4-stage thing?
I don't even think they can't.
I mean, they
Well,
currently
is that
have
bad?
varying weather, like
Yeah.
everything changes. They've been adding all the different like track condition stuff in preparation for it. I'm assuming it will be it starts to rain, the track temperature comes down, the water starts to build up. Maybe the first release will just be on-off though. Like that might just be the first version. Is like, okay, this is full wet and this is full dry, and that's what it's not working so far. And we'll add more later. At least that gives you, two different states. But
And a chance for feedback too.
But eventually, in the scenario I'm imagining, which I'm assuming is what they're working towards, where the track conditions gradually change as the rain comes in and starts and goes away and that sort of thing. I think that will
Big
add
tracks.
that.
Big tracks. Like part of the track wet, part of the track dry. Like, imagine that. That would be fucking insane.
And I think
It'd be insane, but how many drivers could actually drive it, right?
Find it soon enough.
yeah, I think. But then, if you can drive it, you're going to start getting good results. You get rewarded for it.
It's the same argument I'd say that am I really a 3K driver or it's like it's an race and stuff around north.
That's part of the rating. The rating isn't just your ability to drive at raw speed; it's your ability to finish races well.
That's right.
And that's what you do.
To finish first, you must first finish. Basic rule of racing.
And because like the I rating isn't like you wouldn't just take everyone by the order of I rating and say this is the definitive list of how fast everybody is. It's just like it's a rough indicator based on how they compete with other people as to like where they are, and part of that is finishing races.
What? How fast is a relevant term too? No, it's like saying you're a good driver. Like, good at what? Being fast for one lap isn't necessarily any good if you can't maintain your tyres or even stay off walls and stuff.
I think that's more their car rather than his driving styles.
Yeah, he did fine in that Renault, didn't he? That year he got subbed in at Nürburgring.
He's done well in every car that he's been put in. He's just had some really shocking attempts of getting podiums because it became a stigma for him.
I also think most of the guys who do a quick sub like De Vries and Hulkenberg and stuff tend to do well. I think that no pressure environment would just really help. You come in and you're like, you know what? If I finish the race not last, I've done my job.
Or
and
even
then
better, you come in and say, I'm going to sell because I've got nothing to lose, right?
Exactly. You don't have a championship.
And I'm advertising myself.
Most of those bottom teams don't have anything to lose anyway. They're not in a championship. They get a point and that's fucking a good job.
But I guess also if you're coming in for one race and you're like, you push and you crash the car, it's like, sure, maybe they'll be unhappy with you, but you're only there for one race. But if that's your drive and you crash the car and they're like, you're costing us too much money, you're like, fuck, I can't afford this because I will be able to see it. Turn it back just in practice.
Yeah, and there's a difference of kind of breaking down. Like Chris is a really good example. He threw everything at that because it was his one and only shot. So let's conclude, right? Just go all hell for leather, right? And the other thing that helped him as well is that he did it on a track where they've been always good at too. So
yeah, they had a good high speed car.
It's the same as Vettel winning in the Toro Rosso, right? He just happened to be the right car at the right time.
Yeah.
Sure, he had to do a lot of work in that car, but it wasn't like it was a possibility. It wasn't like how much of the Ferrari program is being diverted from F1 in sports car at the moment?
Well, they have all this extra cash that they can't spend because of the cost cap.
Oh, true. That would have been exactly what
I saw somebody shared an article on Reddit today, I think. It was like that. Apparently Ferrari's F1 simulator that they've been using up until last year is now repurposed for their hypercar and sports car teams because they've just built a brand new simulator for their F1 team.
They're not using R Factor 1 anymore. They're upgraded to a set of Corsa.
So that'd be better facilities than what any other sports cars.
Yeah, I imagine that'd be quite high tech. Mind you, it would depend, I guess, how well they can apply it to different cars, because it would be so purpose-built for Formula 1, but obviously they they believe they could do it, doing it. So
Oh, they've built the thing from ground up, so I'm sure they got learnings on how they did that for F1, and then those learnings
No,
can
it's
be
like-
applied.
the old one that they've been using for the F1 is now being repurposed for the other
Yeah,
cars.
but they would have built that themselves as well, right?
Oh yeah, originally, yeah. So that's what I mean. Is like they would have purposefully built that for F1. So now they've got to
my
adapt
point,
it.
my point is that they would have built that in the first place off learnings of how to make a simulator. So they know what they tweak specifically for F1, and while they may not have 100% understanding of how it might work in a sports car, they certainly got a
Yeah.
better chance than, R Factor, for instance, making it.
I don't know. I factor we're making
Oh,
Yeah,
Steam
well,
software for the teams a while ago when I last paid attention.
well, maybe R Factor was a bad example. Maybe P cars.
Right here.
yeah.
Why is that on?
Or Forza.
Could you imagine if some F1 like Haas were just like, oh yeah, we use the F1, the official F1 game as our simulator.
Oh, Jesus.
The results are a little bit off.
Yeah, we can't get it to correlate with the wing settings. Maximum wing at Spa doesn't work. Or maybe that's where Mercedes was going wrong with their maximum wing settings at Spa last year.
Sean's in the pits.
I don't really want to do a whole stick again. Doing the gear shift thing down the pit lane will probably be worth it here. Such a long pit lane.
Except downhill, you actually speed in the pit lane.
Yeah, you have to be careful if you're going to do it. Oh, I think I pushed it. Just got away with it.
Don't get me wrong, I would love to see the rain at or even at
Well, at night, rain at night. Fuck, frames. 10, 15 frames.
15 frames.
After the performance improvements with this most recent update, I am cautiously optimistic, but I also think that some of that stuff is probably prelude to, fuck, we have to do something before we bring rain out, otherwise it's going to be a shit show.
Or maybe they've already got that issue, which is why they can issue screenshots.
But they said that they've got issues and they've made some changes to, like, let's put rain aside until we improve performance. Because
Maybe
they
that.
know.
Maybe those screenshots are actually videos.
I see what you did there.
Waiting for the second frame to kick in.
We haven't waited long enough.
I would actually be surprised if you were wrong about Dennis. Like, it would almost certainly be performing terribly. Because it's still in development, but
It was written in the early 2000s, their base code.
Oh no, they did a major update, didn't they? At like 2009, somewhere around there.
Oh, well,
that was when
makes much more
iRacing came out.
No, well, they did the NASCAR racing one. Did a major update, released iRacing, and they did another major
Well, you say major, but they had to admit in court there was actually 75% NASCAR racing code. Tim MacArthur took they took him to court, and they had to, because Tim was modifying NASCAR racing code, which was technically abandonware at the time, but then they bought it off the publisher, created iRacing, and they shut Tim's mods down, took him to court, because 75% of the code was NASCAR racing.
Which I find but it was only overs.
But they weren't using anything they shouldn't, right? Like, they made NASCAR racing, but they could have basically made iRacing, right?
They bought it, yeah. But if you were making a mod,
Like they took more than what they were hoping to pay for.
no, Tim was a mod maker, so they were modifying the Exie to update the physics.
So they were, their point was, we bought that game,
They
we're
used mod for
modifying,
it.
therefore we own that game, we can prove it because it's 75% the same code.
Well, cease and desist is like, well,
Yeah, okay.
Which is stupid because mod makers are doing it for the love of the game in the first place. Right?
and create value, right? NASCAR racing wasn't nearly as popular as it would have been if they didn't make mods for it.
So
We raced it because of the TA physics and the road tracks. We wouldn't have fucking touched it if it was just over.
yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
So what I love is there's an article that's about the shitification of technology companies.
The shitification. I love that word.
It's a basically what it means is that you've got a product like, take Amazon was the example that they gave, where for the customer base it was fantastic when it first came out, right? So the products were cheap, it was advocating left, right, and centre, next day delivery, everything was centered around the user experience. Then they decided to make it for themselves, right? So then they started not making it so cheap anymore, but people hung around because there was a lot more products available because of what they were doing to support online sellers. And then the final stage of shitification is when the investors get involved and they want their money back, and all of a sudden the platform doesn't support the users at all and doesn't support the businesses, and the whole platform is now just shitified and there's no worth to it, and then it just collapses.
Well, yeah, all the things that I think of Microsoft that comes to mind. Like, it's all these things that they're telling me that I want. It's like, no, I don't want that. I don't want you to preload fucking Candy Crush to my machine and all these things. And a lot of users have said they don't want it, they don't care. Because it's the investors need the returns that we need to make from it.
Yeah, look, I don't mind the Candy Crush preloaded type thing because you can easily uninstall it if you really What I really hate is the fact that you take something like Reddit, you provide all these free APIs, and then all of a sudden you take away all those APIs. It's the same as that mod discussion, right? You provide it, and the platform has got so much better value because of people providing mods and latest versions of cars and stuff like that. They take it away, and then everyone leaves the platform.
Hey, I've just finished my stint. Right front. 18% left on the inside.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Were you really suffering at the end?
well, it's hard to know. Some of my times were suffering. I mean, I couldn't get close to a 19 after the first couple of laps.
It never came back to you, JB?
No, like my first.
Did you ever spin anywhere by chance?
Yeah, I had... No, nothing significant. I had a couple of slides they drift, kind of hit that little dip or bit of the curve on the back.
Curve, yeah.
Yeah. And I think this just wasn't focused, man. Because like mid-stint, early mid, I did a couple of laps in high 19. and then there's one more, and the rest are all like mostly 20s, 20.5, 23, with a couple of 22s, and I think that's 2 laps over. So I got some pace to find, and towards the end of that stint, what are we expecting? 25 laps?
Yes. Yep.
Well, I managed that with 0.5 of a litre left.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Okay. That was no saving, just driving. Well, I guess you could say my 2 four-wheel drifts were saved.
Yeah, it seems like hitting 25 should be relatively easy. And I imagine 26 would be not worth it because you got to save an entire lap worth of fuel. So we're probably just going to do 25s.
Yep. It's easy for the math.
With the
40.
tyre wear, if we could like shuffle it and do 24s or something instead, if that would work, could be an option.
Bring back our Watkins strats.
Yeah, basically.
What were you doing there?
Running shorter stints because the tyres would get really slow at the end of the stint, and it was just sort of rather than having a half stint at the end, you just make all the stints like 90% stints.
Yeah.
That way you avoid the worst part of the tyre life on all your stints.
We did something similar, but for a different reason.
Yeah, we had a crash that
We short shifted. We stinted Marcus and myself to give Jacob maximum laps in the car.
I mean, you could have given him
that's a fast
more laps than you did,
strategy,
really.
Problem was we gave him an impossible mountain decline, 40-second deficit.
3-1, yeah. And Dennis, you and Sean got caught up in somebody else's problem on the 17th.
It was me in the car at the time, but yes.
Well, the 2 GTs collected each other,
Yeah.
and this is right as all the P1s or hypercars were passing through the GT field. And it was in the last corner, so they touched as they went from the outside of one to the outside of the other.
Yeah, so what actually happened? I looked back. There was a guy that shouldn't have been there, right? So he was a LMDH as well, but he was a lap down and he was in amongst us. And he caused the GT3s to pack up because he clearly didn't do any practice. And
That was Fishy Motorsport, I believe.
Without him, he wouldn't have backed up everyone into each other.
Watching him drive, it was like they were his first laps at the track in that car. Like he was entering corners slower than the GT cars, so the GT cars were like rear-ending him.
So it's real butterfly effect stuff, really.
Yeah, and then one of the hypercars went through, and one of the Porsches tried to capitalise on it.
Yeah.
They both went around, and I had, because Jake went one way, and the guy that was in front of me went the other way, basically blocking my view of anything happening ahead. So I didn't see any of it happening until the guy in front of me just suddenly jammed the brakes on mid-corner.
Hey, I'm going to go in a minute, but are we just playing this to run one car?
Yeah,
Yes.
24 hours.
Yeah.
6 of us or something that we'll need.
Well, yeah. There will be 6 of us. That'll work out quite well.
still get pretty good information.
Not really, because I spun it again, so my tire info's dead.
Well, we find out what happens when you spin it twice with 2 laps to go.
You spun it because the tyres were dead.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I think I got up on the curb at Rivage on the exit. And it's about
Yeah.
your
Oh, yeah, on the exit. That's a nasty one.
The exit is the left, right, which is sort of the entry to the right.
No, Rivage
it's a
is the right-hander.
Yeah, at the bottom of the hill, and then
It's that really long right-hander as you're going downhill before No Name.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I thought it was
And
the triples.
Yeah, I don't exit particularly wide in this car. Well, sometimes I do touch that curb, but I've definitely been spat out by that exit curb in like the open wheelers and stuff, where I feel like you run a bit wider there.
yeah, what really got me is I was running against the wall, but there's actually a bit of the wall that juts out. It's game over.
I feel slightly more in touch with today.
Yeah, I do too. Alright, boys. Thank you for the lappage. The hostage.
Oh, you've gone. I was going to say, you should try this change.
Well, next time. Well, are we going to get the Merca run next time?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And I guess we should be locking in a car this week, eh?
Yeah. Well, they had a setup to develop.
Anyway, alright, see you, boys.
See
Yep.
you.
Yeah, don't want to do that in the race. 13 minutes required, 9 optional.
Oh.
Pit box in 10, 5, 3,
Oh, okay. So I had 43 on the
One.
left rear. That's my lowest.
Yeah, so that's alright.
Even with those 2 spots.
Sounds pretty much on the money for what you want. Is your front right about the same wear?
Front right's 48. The front left is 50. And right rear is 46.
Interesting. Definitely different driving styles to me.
Okay, so that wasn't a curve. It was just me getting on the loud pedal and turning too hard. That's concerning. You guys are all out on track, aren't you?
Oh, no, I'm playing with my button.
Can you have a look and tell me what you think happened?
Lap?
I've got the
here.
inputs and I can't even explain it.
What lap was it?
My 32.
Oh, is that an old-fashioned speedy styles? Is my training paints crashed?
Yeah, I reckon your trading paints has crashed.
So close to beating Jake,
Searching-
but I went a little bit deep in the final corner. Do it.
Look who's fucking hot lapping, you lot.
Oh, I'm still on full fuel. It's just the first lap.
All right, back.
Your lap 32.
Yeah,
Have a look. Meow.
that's exactly where I am. I'm in wow.
When I fast forward you, Dennis, you're really quick.
Nice. I'll do that lap after lap.
Oh yeah, it's just
Yeah.
throttle and looks like just throttle and
Throttle
high
steering.
temp. Yeah.
But I'm not really limited in that corner ever, right? Or
Oh, I have been plenty.
Yeah?
Yeah, on exit like that, definitely.
Okay.
Absolutely, especially if I sort of
so
get
maybe I
in.
just haven't been pushing as hard, and that was the one lap where I was.
I think it also coincides like you're exiting the corner, you've put your foot down flat, and it's like as the revs come up, and just as you hit like peak power is when it kicks, like right at the top of second. So I think it's like you had grip for full throttle until the engine reached like maximum output, and then it was just not enough grip anymore.
Ah, it's exactly what happened. You know what it was? Gear shift.
Yeah.
It looks like it slides before the gear shift to me though, or maybe it's
No.
because of the slight delay with the me spectating.
Yeah, maybe, but it's exactly the gear. Okay. God.
Okay, so it's just because you're full throttle and you hit the gear shift
Yeah.
with the steering input.
With full revs. Yep.
Because yeah, you almost like you straightened the wheel up just a few degrees and then turned it again, like right on exit. You're sort of like, oh, actually, I'm a little bit wide. Turned it a little bit more, and then hit that upshift. And I think it's just that combination.
Now, my steering input, I never turn out again until I'm actually losing it.
Because I'm seeing like you're at like 90 degrees at the apex.
Yep.
And then you're opening the steering wheel until it gets to about like kind of almost straight, like 10 degrees. And then you turn on another like 5 degrees or something of steering input.
Yeah, okay. I see what you're talking about, but that's nowhere near where I'm losing it, though.
No, but like you then hold that extra steering input as you, like you said, with the gear shift.
Okay, so I've got the car loaded up.
So it's like in every way, it's like you've got full throttle, a little bit extra steering than you probably normally have, and then the gear shift, and it's just the combination. Plus, probably 2 laps to go, old tires.
Yeah, it's probably light fuel load, so the car's feeling a bit lighter as well.
So yeah,
Okay.
something to be wary of.
Ah, who's that?
Your favourite younger son.
Oh, look, yours is updated as well. Sorry, I was just testing my ABS lights.
I also think. Would you say that's your normal line, or do you think you're a little bit wide at that point?
Let me have a look.
Because I think the camber on the track shifts where you are over there as well. And it looks like the car maybe gets a little bit light as the camber shifts. I definitely
I'm
went
on
over
the
there
curb.
though.
I'm actually on the
Oh.
curb.
Okay.
Netcode.
Or the previous lap I was.
Go and drop the preload down to about 105 and tell me if there's better change for you.
So from the high downforce enduro setup,
Yes.
105.
Yeah, so that should be 125.
Yep.
So given your driving style, this is probably going to make the car feel worse for you, but
Was the end of that sentence, I don't care?
no, it's going to be a mashing of driving styles anyway, so someone's going to give, and if it's me, then it's me, I don't mind. I'll just add that to my excuses as to why I'm shit.
If you have my lap 28, it's
Oh,
exactly,
I'm already on my car now.
Yeah, I'm actually on the curb a little bit, and I'm doing good.
High temp.
You're probably closer to the limit than you realize, and then that might have just been slightly too far in one direction or the other, or in all aspects, and went over the limit.
You know what? Didn't hurt me because I didn't shift up until I was actually on this road. I think it's the upshift that was the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
With everything else, it's just that upshift that just unsettled the car just too much.
I mean, Jacob and I have been doing a few first lap runs, getting the most out of those brand new tires, so that's not really representative of race pace.
It's first lap runs with full tank.
Yes. But I think there's a lot of time to be had by really pushing the tires on that first lap. Like, if you went out and did 3 or 4 first lap runs, you would get, I think, quite a bit faster. So far, Warwick, I can't really tell the difference.
Oh, good, eh?
I'll stay over the side.
That means we can happily make the change and not upset you. That's good.
I think I'm a little bit slower.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't turn as well.
Doesn't turn on exits.
Maybe I'm starting to feel the differences.
Right side.
I think it's quicker without the change.
That's what, sorry?
Quicker without the change.
About the same, I reckon. I was in the 17. What the fuck's that? I got Jacob was coming with us tomorrow. Is there any areas you would say is lower instead of the corners specifically?
I'm going to give it another run and see.
Another run on new tyres.
Yeah. It's
Stop
just
putting new tyres on.
That's what I've been doing for a while, so now I know what it's like. lets me really push it, find the limits of the car. I think I struggled in the corners at the end of the Kendall Straight.
The usage must be getting up now. I can see the lines rub it in.
Yeah, there's a few corners. The run onto the back straight, I can really see it.
How old are your tyres, Marcus? The no caddy. You're gonna have to bring it back a notch. Like earlier. Go slower. 'Cause I think for me, I've got to go slower first and then start to creep back up on it. But the first step is to slow down. It's going to suck. I turned Chief on, but I haven't mapped the button for Chief. Marcus is in the pits.
I'm just a bit slower in the lower speed stuff. I think
Which is where it helped me.
from the end of the Kendall Straight to Kuon, I was sort of just losing time. The two corners after Kuon actually were good, especially the first one, the right-hander. And then the right-hander after that, where you sort of do the double right onto the back straight, that felt worse. And then the bus stop felt good. So it's kind of a weird mix.
It is, isn't it?
But I was 2/10 off the best.
Just to be an adjustment period.
But I struggled to get the car to turn in those corners at the start of the lap.
Which is odd because it
Pit
would
box in
strengthen
5, 3, 2, 1.
the
Right here.
brake and turn, which I thought was what you do.
Well, I've probably gotten used to the not
Yeah.
doing that now.
Hmm.
It felt quite neutral before. It felt like it turned both on entry and exit, and this feels like it just shifts it more towards entry, which is the point, I suppose.
Yeah, it helps me with the, like, is it turn one, and one of the other corners. But overall, I think it helped me.
I think in the corners at the end of the Camel Straight, and then also especially Rivage, that long right-hander, I just felt like I was just waiting and waiting because the car, like I couldn't get the car to rotate by accelerating, so I just had to wait.
Yes. This reminds me of your Sim Rigs paint, actually, the Speedy Snails one.
Don't
What?
don't make me change it. I've painted way too many cars already.
I like the black and red.
I was painting the Toyota and it almost looked like the stock Toyota. The Gazoo Racing colours.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, black, red, and white always work well. I think it's a good looking paint.
I'm finding that some of the cars, the car spec map isn't the same. Like you can't get the same level of chrome,
Mm.
and I have to fiddle fart about with it to get the same same appearance. It's really strange.
I was going to do something. Oh, that's right. Play with the profile. Preset edited iRacing. Oh, it's edited. Oh, what else have I got? I've got iRacing. Really, that's all I've got is iRacing.
What's in your wheel thing?
Yeah.
Wheel software? Yeah, I think that's all I've got.
There was iRacing in the other version. They had a couple of others.
I think you can just add them.
The new version profile files aren't compatible. If I choose games, what is that?
While you have
Oh.
it open, what are your settings currently at for your wheelbase?
I am going to screenshot this for you. Do you want me to PM it to you or whack it in there?
Whatever you want.
Make it easier to find.
Wonder if I can screenshot the desktop while I'm in VR. Oh, it's changed. Yeah, you've definitely got a different version.
Yep.
It looks totally different too.
Yes.
Max torque. I wonder what that is.
Used to be on the top left.
That's top force. Like,
Yeah.
I have total force, which you have total force.
Yeah.
Then max torque just isn't a setting on mine.
Where are you looking at max force? I've got total force. Oh, what total force?
Total force, yeah. So I've got total force. I've got that set to 100%. And that just says that's just the strength output of the wheel. And then on the right-hand side, I wonder if they just renamed mechanical spring. No, surely. Max torque sounds different to that.
What does that do for me? What's my option set to?
One thing I found though, I'll take a screenshot of mine at some point, but wheel return speed, which yours is 30%.
I was reading it. The higher it is, the easier it is to catch
I feel
a slide
like
or something.
it seems to me that the goal is to maximize wheel return speed without making it like oscillate or or do stuff you don't want it to do. And I think that's generally where people go. Some people run 100%, but it just feels too much at 100% for me. So I've got mine at 80.
What's that? Total force?
Wheel return speed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, look at this. Tell me what yours is, because this I feel it has changed. It must have changed in a recent iRacing update. Because mine used to be 8, and I don't ever remember seeing an auto tick in this screen ever.
I think maybe when you switched wheel, it might have auto detected, because iRacing said they added some stuff for auto detecting wheels.
Yeah, so
but apparently SimMagic doesn't work, so maybe they just defaulted to 10.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say if total force was 60%, 60% of what am I running? 15. It's not 10 either, is
Yeah,
it?
so most of mine, I don't know how it applies to you guys, but for mine strength is about 50 and wheel force is around 25 nanometers for most cars.
Yeah. Well, wheel force should just be the strength of your wheel, and then the
Yes.
other one should be how you adjust how it feels. So your wheel force should be 15. And then if you click on the actual word strength, it will change to
Max force.
max force. I think that's the preferred method, because essentially all that's saying is what's the maximum force that you want to map to the maximum force of your wheel.
So what strength did you say you had, Dennis?
Strength,
50
I have 50 and
50
wheel
Newton
force
meters,
is 25. Yeah, mine's Newton meters.
Okay.
So I have.
Mine's
what's
going
that?
down.
What have I got? I've got 50 Newton meters. Yeah, so same as you, Dennis. Oh,
But
actually, my setting changed. It changed to 10. Oh, because
Yeah,
auto's
see?
ticked. Yeah.
Yeah, see? Wasn't there before. The last time I remember opening this screen, that shit weren't there.
It's probably going to feel different.
So strength. So if I max force 50, right?
Yep.
That seems to have reduced my strength a little bit to 6.8.
Yes. The higher you put that, the less strong the wheel will feel. Because essentially you're saying, I want a 50 Newton meter force from the game to map to my 15 Newton meter maximum force from my wheel. So if you reduce that, then then
It's
a 25
an
Newton,
algorithm of your strength and force.
it's just a
combined,
linear relation. So then 25 Newton meters would be 7.5 from your wheel. But if you set max force to 25, then 25 Newton meters in the game will be 15 on the wheel, so it's stronger. So the lower the max force, the stronger the feedback of the wheel will be.
Right. Well, I have just upped my total force to 100. Let's see what that feels like.
What's your in-game settings at? 15 and 50?
Yeah, that's what I've updated to.
So-
ooh, wow.
Technically, that is
That's
less
harder.
force than what Dennis runs, because Dennis has 50 mapped to 25, whereas we're mapping 50 to 15.
But I think the total force in the Sim Pro Manager has bumped up how much force I need to turn the car.
Yes. Yeah. So I just put it at 100% because I want the maximum range. So I want the Sim Pro software to allow the wheel to use all of its available force.
I mean, I get that, but it just feels like a car with power steering wouldn't be that hard to turn. Maybe it is. I've never raced a
You get
fucking
used to it a
GT3
bit.
car.
The first time I used the wheel, I was like, "Holy shit!" This is hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, there's a bit to it though.
There's an adjustment.
You just want to make sure that it's strong enough for that realism, but without it being like you feel like you're bodybuilding, right?
Yes.
I feel like I'm bodybuilding. But I may have had a 2 week up until this moment as well. Let me turn off.
It's also there's no correct answer, right? It's the settings that you want. It's what you
Well, there should be a correct answer though, right? It should be the G-force that I would feel through my arm if I tried to turn the wheel in a car.
Oh yeah, for just sort of the static force and while you're turning the corner.
Yeah.
I guess that one would have like a definitive answer. This doesn't feel that hard to turn though, but I think some of it is just getting used to
What I was on, what I am. Yeah. I'm just used to the power steering and the Hilux, you know. It's fucking rock solid. Holy shit.
These cars would have power steering, but it doesn't mean they want to eliminate like in a car, the power steering is so strong you don't feel anything through the wheel.
I tell
You're
you
just
what.
turning the car.
Ben's car is much higher than my Hilux. Like in the Hilux, I feel like the power steering's broken.
You ended up with a 218.7. Oh, you dropped your fuel. Okay.
Ooh, what?
You did.
When?
To get your 218.4.
I did.
Yeah.
No way.
Well, it said you had 40 litres of. Oh no, you're right. You're still finished
Yeah. No, that was when so I went, I did a full stint. I started, I must have done about 4 or 5 laps, and then I realised I hadn't made that, not roll centre, the preload setting, and then I stopped to make the preload setting, and then I went back out again.
You know why I thought that? Because it says fuel consumed 20.56, but that's what you've used, but you had 102 litres remaining at the end of the run.
Yeah. I don't cheat the system.
What's interesting to me is, for whatever... Oh, because you had an off-track that lap. Okay. Because I was trying to work out why your lap didn't count. Because it's, according to the ranking, your fastest lap's a 2:19.1, which is cool because my fastest was a 2:18.9.
For me, it's not.
Did mine count? I think my fastest was
17.
It's not much in this car. Or this track, I should say. We're really close to the line.
I'm interested to know what Sean did on his lap because that's impressive.
I know people always complain about off tracks at this track, but while we've been practicing this, I haven't been getting that many off tracks. I feel like it's not
I have. I'm getting them on the exit of 1, for example, just trying to sort that out. Not every lap, probably not my worst. Probably still sorting poo on out a little bit.
Yeah, running wide and pull on. Because by the time it's happening, it's too late. So I think like you have to sort of just accept it. So I think that's more about making sure you don't run too deep, you're not trying to push it.
A bit of radion, like I'm still trying to find that right line to cut it as much as I can without getting off track, so I'm still pretty aggressive there.
Oh, this is amazing. It graphs in kilometers distance and time away from your comparison line. So I'm comparing my fastest as larger, and I can easily see where I'm losing close to short because it jumps from just a second right up to over a second.
I think VRS lets me compare off-track laps, so it's a shame you can't. I'm happy for it not to show up in any leaderboard ranking.
No, you can
still compare them.
Oh, okay, cool.
You can just open up the full list of laps from this session and pick whichever one. Also, this one lets you compare as many laps. You just tick a bunch of laps and put them all on comparison at the same time, which VRS does not let you do.
I've not explored it. There's a stint analyzer that I've not played with, but
I think that's just
different.
it. That's how you compare. No, that's how you compare laps. And basically, you go in and you can say analyze a lap, and it opens up the thing, and then there's a button to add laps, and then you can just add whatever laps you want to the comparison, and have them all show up at the same time. I mean, too many would be confusing, but I put 3 up the other day when it was me, you, and the best lap. And having 3 was still quite readable. It was very interesting seeing where it was I'm losing time to you, but not him or something like that.
So interestingly, Sean, I'm still within 4/10 of you at the exit of Puon. Coming into the run up the launch line, the second. So I lose half a second in that section only.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Gives you somewhere to focus on.
Do me. See where I'm losing on my time too.
Also, Dennis,
You just gestured to everywhere.
the other day, Warwick and I literally mentioned DRS would show me when ABS is kicking in, and Garage 61 shows when ABS is on the trace. So you can actually see in the braking zone if you're hitting ABS.
Got a slow down penalty.
Which I am now because I've got all my dials flash at me.
I think you have, like, looking at the guy who did the best lap, it looks like you should be triggering ABS in the very hard part of the braking zone. But you just don't want to be triggering it once you start wanting to turn into the corner. I think that's where it's at. Or maybe it is technically slower, but it's probably not enough to like try and avoid it. Like, I'm just slamming the brakes on when I get to the end of the camera straight.
Oh, I'm not. That's fucking very
Okay, so you're at
amateur.
7. So Warwick on your fastest time, but on that 19.
Yeah, I wonder if it's the same corners as the last time we looked at it.
You are losing run down Rivage. It's probably the bit, and then you're just steadily losing up to a second before you even get to that slow bit, and then in that slow bit you're the same. So your bit is Rivage.
Interesting, because I think when I looked at it yesterday, that wasn't the corner. It was just inconsistent.
You're massively off of it. You seem to get fast run-outs. It's at 2/10.
Yeah, I'm slowing down too much, not gaining enough. I'm going to look at my 18 lap then.
I'm going to get out of VR and open up the telemetry myself then. We can all get analytical.
See, it's I think it takes clean laps by default. It's nice to see that a couple of my laps are faster than some of Sean's laps. Even if, they were somewhere in the middle of his run. Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, I got some green on the way into the corner when I just stood on it, let all the light, everything light up like a Christmas tree. But then I got back to square by the exit, so I think it warrants some play.
The balance is like, even if it's just for a short period, that initial break needs to be like hard. I think the trick is just making sure you're not carrying it. So I did have a look, and on my best lap, I was actually only at about, I think, 85 or 90% going into the corner straight. I thought I was at 100. I guess my personal break was like that. But I was at 100% coming into the bus stop at the end of the lap. Pretty sure I'm at least just a little bit.
So where do you see the ABS kicking?
Yeah, that was a hovering over.
One of the graphs.
Yeah, if you hover over it, maybe. I can't. Yeah, I remember seeing it too.
Oh,
I could
yeah,
do-
it is. It's the middle graph.
Mouse over it, you can tell what it is. Wheel settings.
Oh, it was almost 2 tenths quicker. Very nice, very nice.
So Sean's on ABS. I do get on ABS.
Oh, right. For a second, I thought I was turning off ABS and
Alright, okay, I can do that. Thanks, Chief. Why can't Chiefs do that? You're not using enough ABS.
Yeah, I'm into the ABS as well, but I'm not seeing much from Warwick in ABS lane.
No, because I have been trying to avoid it.
It was interesting to see we're all close to ABS in the bus stop, except for Warwick. Warwick's on 74% the whole time.
Taking care of my brakes, man.
It was interesting. I was watching Daniel Morad talk about his races at VIR. I'm not sure if this is interesting looking at his videos.
I haven't been keeping up. I haven't watched some of them yet.
Yeah,
I think he's quite interesting.
yeah. So he was talking about his ABS settings, and he uses it slightly differently. So he uses it so that he finds a setting where it just kicks in to give him the assistance he needs. So if you think about it, you drive without ABS and then you just use it at that tail end just to help. So it's an interesting way of thinking about it.
Well, so that goes back to if you're using ABS, then you're not maximising your brake. So he's saying I'd probably maximise it and only just trigger it. How interesting.
Just
okay.
for context. So he drives a Mercedes GT3.
Yeah, he's the one that drives both and does videos on the differences.
Yeah, correct.
He also says that the braking is fit, and he's specifically talking about the Mercedes. But I think the BMW feels pretty similar, so I'm assuming it translates. Yeah, I think like ABS it's like one of those things where like technically yes, you lose a little bit of time, but if you're staying off the ABS and you're just giving up some braking performance, then that's also going to be slower. And are you really able to be right on the limit without ABS and actually outperform ABS? Probably not the majority of the time.
Yeah, that's exactly the scenario I think you're talking about, right? What he's using it for. So when everyone says, oh, real life drivers run into the ABS, they're not just stomping on the bloody pedal though.
Yeah, but they use it. It activates. It's there. But it's. He also mentioned, I think not in the one you were talking about, but in an earlier video, that it's like, and it's where I was getting that turn-in stuff. It's like, it's there for the straight line part of the braking. Like ABS while you're trying to turn in will just stop you from turning in.
Yeah,
Pit box in 10. Five.
So judging by our ABS
3,
usage, maybe we actually have the
2,
right ABS setting then.
1.
Because it's
Right
always
here.
on the hard stops, so La Source, bus stop, and the corner after Puon. Actually, ABS kicks in for me 50% on the braking pressure. Wow. It must be deep into that corner.
50% doesn't seem like the right amount for ABS to be kicking in. Unless you're sort of touching the grass or something and it's sort of having a shit attack.
What do you mean?
I'm wondering if
ABS
I'm
is just on or
rotating.
off though. Where are you seeing this?
Corner after Puon on I'm comparing all three of our fastest laps.
Yeah, I've just opened that up. Corner after corner. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Can you save that view? That'd be nice.
I think the percentage you're seeing is that's just the readout for the current brake pressure that you've got on.
Yeah, correct. But the ABS is triggered, right? That's what that blue shade means.
Yes. Yep.
So my maximum braking 71%, and that triggers ABS. And for whatever reason, I don't lose ABS until I'm actually at the apex.
Yeah. Well, you sort of the ABS turns off, then back on, off, then back on. Yeah, as you get pretty deep into the. Well, I wouldn't call it the apex, but really deep. I'm definitely getting a lot less ABS there. But you can see, like,
it's all the way into the apex, right? So you can see the straggling bit where I'm putting 30%
Oh, there's-
brake again. Yeah.
Yeah, there's one little bit at the apex, but there's a fair chunk there where it's not on. It's just like you've slowed down and then you've realized you haven't quite slowed down enough, and you apply a bit more brake, and then obviously at that point in the corner, you've got so much cornering going on that even that little bit of brake triggers the ABS.
That's strange. So I'm doing something very wrong in that corner.
Well, I think what it looks like to me, you can see like I'm braking much harder early on, and yours gentle at the start and then hard later. And I think that's the exact opposite of what you want, because later in the corner is when you're starting to turn in already, and that's why you're getting so much ABS.
Yeah, 49% at the start. Yeah,
So
you're right.
gotta-
Yeah, I
you gotta
just
brake
didn't
much-
stomp it.
Yeah, brake harder earlier, softer later, like that trailing off thing. I don't know.
Well, I
Maybe
did. I just didn't stomp on it early enough.
yeah. Like Warwick and my brake traces look more similar, and then yours is different.
Really?
It also depends.
I'm
You'd
not
have to look
using
it
it
up.
either.
Well, you're basically not triggering ABS at all in this corner. You're the only one not triggering ABS.
Well, I can't even see where Warwick is triggering any ABS, really. There
That's-
was
that's-
one.
That's my Formula Ford coming in though. As soon as it sort of locks I've been treating the ABS as a brake lockup.
Hmm.
No,
There's one little bit at the end of the Camel Straight. There's a little blip of ABS from Warwick.
Yeah, but you kind of want to hit it so that you
Oh, yeah, I've got-
slow down, right?
I've got to unlearn it. It's definitely a bad habit for this car. For fucking sure.
It's I think mostly important for the big braking zones, like the end of the Camel Straight and the end of the back straight. I think it comes into play at the other corners because we can see it in the graph, but those are the main two places where you just stomp that pedal.
And Jesus, for the bus stop, you're all over ABS, Sean.
Yeah.
from your braking zone all the way through.
Yeah, and you see I 100% brake at the start, and I'm holding 90-something% and just ABS. I'm probably looking at this. I need to probably bring it back just a bit because I think I'm on ABS.
Checkered flag, P3.
What's really interesting is our steering wheel angles are exactly the same, pretty much.
So similar, especially in that bus stop.
It's probably because we've all learnt that anymore is tyre scrub.
Mm.
See, I got that issue again in the middle of the bus stop. Just a blip of ABS when I'm trying to get the car rotated.
Yeah, it's just because at that point you've got so much steering on. It's
The track temp.
no forward.
So you're not using brake to rotate left again. So how do you do that? Oh, you're stomping on the accelerator. Well, I'm stomping on the accelerator too.
Just weight shift mainly, especially there because it's all the way one way, and then you flick it the other way, and the car just sort of like lurches in the other direction, and that I think gets it to rotate. It's amazing looking at this bus stop speed trace where our speeds are all fairly different coming in, and then right as we get to that middle point, as you change direction, our speeds are just identical on the way out.
We got the same line, I think, coming out.
Yeah.
We get to that line differently, but our exit is identical.
I'm slowing down a lot more in that first apex. I'm coming in hotter and then getting down to a lower mid-corner speed on that first apex. And then
Yeah, see, you're on maximum brake for a lot longer than I am.
Mm. And Warwick's on... You're on like 70 to 72% Warwick, while Dennis and I are at like 100%, 95%.
That's what used to make these things work. I
so
swear.
you're braking. Actually, let me just check the distance. It's at 6. You're braking 30 meters earlier than, or 20 meters earlier than me.
Which corner?
Yeah, I got a little bit to bring that back 5 meters.
So, are you suggesting I'm actually braking at
the right? Looking at this.
Yeah, actually, that makes sense. So it's kind of funny. So Or you've got the same cornering speed to the first corner, just slower getting. And then Sean's actually winning, which is why he's got the speed difference.
Oh, actually, you know what? This lap.
No, I love this version of this corner. I'm actually faster than you.
Because I was up on Jacob's time. If you zoom in the actual track map, you'll see it.
Did I just fuck that up? Hit my gun controller.
So really where I need to really focus on is that section after the one.
I'll have to get Jacob in here. Garage 61. I'll have to get you in there. Garage 61. Telemetry, that's what we're using instead. I did send you a PM with the link. You don't have to do it now. That's fine. No, it's just a link to the website. So that it's more of a reminder of pedals. Did I set the pedals? Did I set it to? Try that.
The corner after Puon again, Dennis. Do you recall this lap at all? Do you remember doing it? So I think it looks like you probably just made a mistake on that corner, unless that's how you normally take it.
No, this was by far my best lap.
Okay. Because if you look at that delta graph that you were talking about, like how far off, like you're gaining on me on the way in, which is where you've just like, and then if you look at the actual track map thing, you're way wider than me and Warwick. So I think it's just too much speed in on that corner is the only thing wrong there. The Warwick's, we all take very different lines there. You're sort of all the way to the left, deep on the way in.
Which corner?
I'm right in the middle. After Puon, where it goes
right
and left. You're Warwick very tight on the first one, and then a wider entry to the second one.
Yeah.
I'm a bit more middle of the road, and then Dennis went deep on the first one and tight into the second one.
Yep, definitely am a tight first one. Yeah, trying to make. I've been struggling with the left-hander a lot, so I'm trying to open it up a bit. So, am I losing time there though? How much time am I losing doing it though?
You lost a bit of time to me.
Is that because I'm not braking hard enough though, or by tight line?
Your braking is actually pretty similar to mine on that corner, so maybe it's just the line, or maybe it's just corner speed.